We're back.
And we are back for segment 3 of the new and improved King's Castle. James the King Gibson along with Blair Chopin.
Hey guys.
Now, Blair, we were talking about the pros and cons of the wrestling industry today. As I mentioned at the end of the last segment, Impact Wrestling has been moved to Pop, which is their...
And you told America what Pop was.
Second... Yeah. That's their second television channel move in less than a year. But, on the positive side, we have seen a lot of changes with the WWE, in my opinion, for the better. And I think the most shocking to a lot of people, probably aside from the signing of AJ Styles, which I will talk about later on, would be the surprising return of Shane McMahon just before WrestleMania, in the middle of February this year. Now, for those of you that don't know, obviously Shane is Vince's son on screen and in real life, but Shane decided to leave the company in 2009 to pursue different business ventures, including starting his own tech company. But now, he's back. And they put him back in a storyline with The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and since then, he's been running Raw for the past 3 weeks. Now, my question to you, Blair, is this. During the time of the Attitude Era, obviously, Vince wanted to use his family as on-screen characters as much as possible to make them seem dysfunctional. But when Shane came back, he wanted to make it seem like the company was going down, and it was more like a hostile takeover because he was trying to steal control of the company on screen from his dad.
Right.
Now, my question is this. Was it really a good thing in your mind to bring Shane back? Because, as I said, he hadn't been in the ring, let alone in the company, for 7 years.
Yeah, it was good on for multiple reasons. First of all, it's prior to WrestleMania, the WWE saw a huge uptick in the number of injuries to key stars.
And retirements, including that of Daniel Bryan, which I'm still trying to recover from.
Wow, it's taken a toll on you, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Because
I don't like that, James.
Because the man behind the Miracle on Bourbon Street won't be giving us any more miracles.
I once had a Miracle on Bourbon Street.
That's not what I meant. I was referencing Michael Cole's WrestleMania call, but
James, it was amazing. So anyway, it was Mardi Gras, and I was on Bourbon Street, and I handed one girl Mardi Gras beads, and for some reason 3 girls ended up flashing me, and it was a modern day miracle.
And I bet you were thinking, whoa.
Yeah, I think I wrote that down.
I need to see proof of that off camera. I need to see proof of that off camera.
But anyways, so like we said, a huge number of wrestlers injured, whether it be Cena, Rollins. Rollins was huge. So was Cena, but they needed someone to get who fans, the NXT wrestlers are great, but they just haven't had too much exposure to these guys.
Right.
So they needed someone that come in whose name they knew. And my second point here is fans are kind of yearning for the kind of, there's so much Attitude Era nostalgia. And, a big storyline during the Attitude Era was the dysfunction of the McMahon family. And to bring that story back, I think it was good for the fans.
Well, see,
it was a good storyline.
See, the thing about it is, in this case, the story is slightly different. Because
but there's still that dysfunction that there was before, right?
Right. But in this case, it's Shane trying to steal control of WWE and control of Raw from Vince and Stephanie. And as we said, he has been running Raw for the past 3 weeks. Which, by the way, Shano, I think you're doing a phenomenal job.
Shout out to Shane McMahon.
Here comes the money. That's all I can say. But another big surprise, in my estimation, was the signing of AJ Styles, who, by the way, made his debut with the Royal Rumble, and is having a phenomenal, no pun intended, first year. He lasted 28 minutes in the Rumble, went on to have a huge storyline with Chris Jericho, and now they're putting him in the title picture because he's set to face Roman Reigns for the WWE World Title at Payback.
Ooh.
But my question is this: we know
Roman Reigns is turning.
We know that AJ has had huge exposure over the past 14 years because of his involvement with Impact Wrestling and New Japan. But my question is, despite all of that, do you think AJ was kind of thrust into the main storyline by WWE too soon?
No, I don't think so. I think what happened was they had that storyline with him and Jericho, which was just to kind of get his feet wet, because honestly, I don't think Chris Jericho should be wrestling anymore, but that's a whole other thing. He's kind of out of shape. He's kind of pudgy, James.
And you think he spends too much time doing rock tours, huh?
Yeah, he might. He might be enjoying the nachos too much on the rock tours, but
well,
shout out to Chris Jericho, Y2J.
Well, maybe not the nachos, but
my ex-girlfriend,
but the chicken wings and ranch.
My ex-girlfriend claimed she knew somebody who would pray to Chris Jericho every night, and I thought that was hilarious.
What?
Yeah, the guy supposedly prayed to Y2J every night.
Wait.
Shout out to that guy. I don't know your name, but you're like supposedly a rapper or something, and you pray to Chris Jericho, so shout out to you. But anyway, AJ Styles. I think, I heard what I judge a lot of this by if they're ready to be in the spotlight by the crowd reaction.
Yeah.
And I heard the crowd reaction at WrestleMania. What are we at? WrestleMania 32?
Yeah, 32.
And I was like, yeah, they need to make a push with him.
Well,
and I think he needs to. I think Roman Reigns needs to turn heel, and then they'll be set.
And here's my question, though. Okay, you said you thought Roman Reigns was turning heel, but another thing that we've seen in the past few weeks is the reemergence of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, two guys who AJ knew from New Japan. They've attacked the Usos on Raw, and more recently they attacked Roman Reigns this past week. So my question is, based on that, would it make more sense to have AJ turn heel since he already went in as a fan favorite?
So you're saying he would still sell if he was a heel?
Yeah.
But I think people.
And the thing about it is, Roman either way has been getting a mixed reaction ever since the Royal Rumble last year.
Right.
Some people like the fact that he's been the supposed babyface, if you will, and that he was the one who took down the Authority to become WWE Champion this year at WrestleMania. Whereas AJ, as I said, hasn't had that much exposure with the audience in WWE.
Right.
So I think, in their eyes, maybe in the company's eyes, it would probably make more sense to have AJ be the heel, especially since he knows the two others I just mentioned, and since they've been used as a distraction.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the whole is Reigns going to turn heel thing is interesting because I kind of think the fans' issue isn't with him being a babyface; it's him being one of the main headliners. So I think if he was a heel and he was still one of the main headliners, the reaction to him wouldn't change at all.
Maybe so, but I kind of think that the bigger heel turns usually happen after big pay-per-views like WrestleMania and SummerSlam. So my sense is, had the rules been reversed at WrestleMania and Triple H was still champion, then we might have seen Reigns turn heel the next night in an unexpected surprise. But
On Raw?
yeah,
That's a big move for a Raw episode. My least favorite heel turn ever was at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, when Stone Cold joined up with Vince.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't a good idea by the WWE.
Which, by the way, you can see that on the WWE Network for only $9.99 a month.
Wow, shameless plug. You know what you can get even cheaper than the WWE Network, though?
What?
A bottle of delicious Diet Coke.
Yes.
I think you should combine the both. Order the WWE Network, drink a Diet Coke, enjoy life.
As they say, open the Coke and enjoy the show.
That's what I'm saying. You want to come back with another segment?
Yep.
Awesome.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
That was a great segment. That was great.